DDG's mother is completely enamored with Halle Bailey's new partner, and when I say she exploded, I mean it. Word on the street is that she is allegedly seeking a paternity test for baby Halo, and she is all over the internet making snide remarks and hurling shade. However, it seems that DDG's family believes Halle's new boyfriend has been around for a lot longer than anybody anticipated, and may be Halo's biological father. As you are already aware, DDG's mother frequently joins in on the drama, but this time she is going to the extreme, accusing Halle of skulking behind DDG's back. The tea is hot, the receipts are flying everywhere, and the narrative is about to become really rude, so fasten your seatbelt. You must understand that we are just as shaken as you are because, given everything that has been going on between Halle Bailey and DDG, particularly the contentious custody dispute over baby Halo, most of us assumed that Halle was unmarried, keeping her head down and lounging about when those photos of her on vacation with her new partner appeared online. However, those images completely upended a brand new story. As you can see, it was immediately clear that not only is Halle Buddha, but that this connection has been going on behind the scenes for a while. What is even more bizarre is that no one ever noticed until the images were released. Nobody was able to identify their mystery man, but as you are all aware, the internet never sleeps, and they quickly pieced everything together. Scott Bridgway is a music producer who has collaborated with well-known rappers, such as Kendrick Lamar. But hold on tight, because this is where things get very intriguing. After some research by fans, receipts began to surface, and it turns out that Scott and Halle had been dating for much longer than we initially thought. Scott went on tour with Kendrick and assisted in the production of G&X. In May of this year, Halle went to see G&X perform live in North Carolina, but rumors have it that she was not there only to enjoy the music. It was reported by the streets that she was actively supporting her new boyfriend. How does DDG feel about Halle moving on, however, is the true issue that everyone is asking. You would think that he would be keeping things sweet and moving on too, especially after everything they have gone through with baby Halo and the nasty split in the online drama, would not you? Well, not precisely, as DDG is not managing this at all based on what we have been witnessing. Although he has been posting as though everything is okay and smiling for the cameras, he is actually sleeping behind the scenes, and the cracks are beginning to appear. But allow me to explain this to you all. Do you recall how DDG abruptly threatened to ruin Lil Rodney's son's career? As it happens, that was not at all random. According to rumors, DDG did not take it well and blew out when he saw that Rodney had been writing about Halle and her new partner.
I don't know if I could be post that. Hey, nigga. See, now. Alright, hey, he gonna keep it going. I'm gonna keep it going, y'all. Cause I ain't gonna lie. I wasn't even gonna follow through with what I was gonna do. But now, I'm finna put it together right now.
You know, you lost it.
However, it did not end there, folks. DDG has been so enraged that he is banning followers for just bringing up Halle, even if they do not tag him, and discussing innocuous tweets such as this one that stated, Halle Bailey living her best life with her new man. I know that's right. Before we knew it, they had been blocked. This man has also crashed out, but things are going to become even worse since it appears that DDG is not the only one who is happy about Halle's new partner. Rumor has it that his mother, Tanya, is crashing out even more. Tanya is particularly upset about this new connection, even though you are all aware that she and Halle never really got along in the first place. According to sources, Tanya believes that Halle's departure is disrespectful, particularly because her split from DDG is still recent. It has just been less than a year. This is where things go really crazy though, because Tanya supposedly believes Halle is just seeing Scott to irritate DDG, as if she is playing a PR vengeance game, rather than concentrating on their child, Halo. However, as you are already aware, Tanya has been disparaging Halle for months, and it appears that she is prepared to escalate the situation. Speaking about Halo, rumors on the street suggest that Tanya has been pressuring DDG to get the baby's DNA tested since she believes Halo may not even be his. This is where things get even stranger. Tanya has been circulating the rumor that Halle was playing around behind DDG's back, according to the streets. Not to mention that DDG was out there supposedly hooking up with Lala and other people while cheating on Halle left and right. However, some 10 months after their tumultuous breakup, Halle has unexpectedly found a new partner. This arithmetic is not really math here, but Tanya is twisting the entire story story and making hints about fraternity. Since fans quickly and hurriedly obtained the receipts and criticized Tanya for filth, you already know that the internet was not going to overlook her problem. A second for a millisecond must be genuine. Since Halle let him go, DDG has been out here going crazy. For months now, he has been hooked up with Evie, and the relationship has been, to put it mildly, turbulent.
I knew you weren't going to do it. This way?
If Tanya truly believes that Halle kissing Scott on a boat is wrong, fans were quick to point out that it is completely illogical, as DDG and India have been doing far more than that in public. Let us face it, Tanya has not said that India remains dumbfounded on DDG in front of the cameras as if it were her full-time work.
My favorite pose.
However, it is easy to understand why Tanya would go out on Halle in this manner and attempt to accuse her of fraternity fraud. Drama after drama with these two women has demonstrated their dislike for one another, as I mentioned. When Halle filed for the restraining order a few months ago, she exposed Tanya as an enabler, which only made matters worse. Tanya did not like being called out in such a manner. For instance, she commented, "And ever since those court documents filed, Tanya has been moving fast and somewhat odd," in response to Halle's allegation that DDG had touched her and damaged her teeth. This is where things become even more complicated though, since sources claim that Tanya has been harboring a sinful vendetta, and that is precisely the reason she has been so outspoken about Halle seeing someone else. Some people even believe that Tanya is retaliating against Halle for disparaging her family by bringing up the fraternity test controversy. However, we must not overlook Tanya's dubious small post, which she attempted to hide as if no one would see. Do you recall when she wrote, "I don't usually comment or say anything on this internet, even with all the negativity, the lies, and hatred towards mine. However, these accusations have made me realize that I have been quiet too long." That did not exactly go as planned, because Halle arrived with the screenshots loaded and fans quickly pulled up receipts. She also revealed how Tanya has been supporting DDG behind the scenes and how he hardly ever interacts with Halo. You can really see Halle coordinating DDG's own child with Tanya in the text. Tanya responded to Halle's SMS by claiming that DDG was unable to take Halo, adding that he would wait until you return to pick her up. The worst part is that, despite everything, Tanya nevertheless rushed to court and filed a sworn affidavit, which completely changed the course of events and essentially cast Halle in a bad light. She made it seem as though Halle was the cause of the breakdown the entire time by blaming him. We will not even discuss the entire disaster because you all already know how it transpired. In essence, though, she said that Halle had been following DDG about by putting air tags in his vehicle. She also implied that Halle had attempted suicide once and portrayed her as unstable. You know what is really crazy about all of this, though? This whole paternity nonsense is the issue. It is that Tanya is not even close to being dishonest. Since Tanya has been out here advocating for her parents' rights and pleading with the courts to allow her to oversee DDG's meetings with Halo, it has only been a week. She went from pleading to be in Halo's life and attempting to seem like Grandma of the Year to now coming back and making disparaging remarks as if the kid had not even been born. Make it make sense, you all. Fans are immediately pointing out the contradiction. Why was Tanya so anxious to gain court-approved time with Halo in the first place if she truly thought that he may not be family? You cannot have both of them. You are either claiming him or not. However, because Halle battled the court to keep her from becoming the designated supervisor, supporters are accusing her of being salty. You all recall how Barry Bachman, DDG's attorney, attempted to pull a quick one in court, do not you? He believed that allowing DDG to see Halo under Tanya's supervision would help to ease those circumstances, so he petitioned the judge to grant it. Halle, however, would have none of it. Jeremy Lane, her attorney, quickly put an end to that. He informed the judge that Tanya was unreliable in overseeing the visits. You all already understand why. From the beginning, Halle has maintained that Tanya supports DDG's harmful conduct by defending him, offering justifications, and ignoring the drama, and that is precisely the reason she first first requested exclusive custody, the judge concurred and said that DDG might still go to Halo, but only if a competent, impartial supervision was there. Tanya was benched as well. She is obviously upset about it, which is likely why she has been losing her mind and disparaging Halle on social media. She first attempted to challenge the court's ruling. She vowed again that she is more than capable of serving as the chaperone, attempted to portray herself as a kind, naive grandmother who only wanted to spend time with her grandchild. The receipts, however, contradicted this. And with all the controversy Tanya's name is still associated with, people were not buying any of it. She was swiftly informed by the internet that she has been involved in this disaster from the start and that she is now spreading ludicrous stories about Halle and the baby's fraternity as if she had not been causing trouble herself. Behind the scenes, this is when things get really ugly because many are beginning to wonder if Tanya's requests for the fraternity test are motivated more by retaliation than by worry about Halo. The true question, though, is how far she will go to make a point, because something is going to blow up because of the way this situation is getting worse. The drama is far from finished, even if it is becoming sour and damage management is being done. And for a millisecond, let us be honest, it is no accident that Tanya is requesting a paternity test shortly after Halle appears with her new partner, due to the fact that it controls damage. The absurd thing, though, is that at the same time that Halle is accused of keeping Halo away from DDG and is battling the courts for more access to Halo, Halo is now being questioned about whether or not Halo is actually DDG's child. From the looks of things, this is only the beginning. If Tanya is getting so worked up over Halle's new relationship, just think of the drama that will ensue in the next court case. Halle has been very quiet, as you are all aware, but silence does not equate to marijuana. Therefore, do not be surprised if the receipts make the entire internet tremble the next time she reappears. This issue will only get worse from here, so keep an eye on it, everyone.